How's it going, everybody?
Good evening, all you minties, and welcome back to another episode of Reelz Talk with your host, the amazing Amanda, my lovely co-host, the Uncanny Omar.
What's up, everybody?
Yep. How y'all doing? Sorry we were not here last week. We were here Thursday, right?
Thursday yes, counts.
Because Thursday does count. But I had to go to New York City. See, Midtown Comics. I went and visited them.
She ordered that store shirt online.
No, I did not.
Yes, she did.
Yes. Oh, happy Saturday, Tapsologic.
Saturday morning, I'm getting caffeinated. Dude, what time do you watch the Saturday morning show? That must be really late at night. Hello, Amanda and Omar. Tons of good episodes to discuss tonight. We're very excited to talk about.
Yeah.
Good evening, Amanda and Omar. Greetings from Nova Scotia.
Nice.
Dude, what's up, Philip Owens? How are you, brother?
Phil.
Evening, Amanda and Chris.
Matt, good evening. And Josh.
Not even my name, but that's okay.
Chris.
That's okay. Emotionally damaged yourself. That's the way I live in my 40s. Emotionally damaged.
Yeah, exactly.
Omat. I'll take Omat over Omar or Chris. That's okay. What's up, Mac? How are you? Just stopping in to say hi. Hopefully you're doing well. Keanu is back for Quit spreading rumors. We don't know.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Wokenator. Don't worry. We want to make sure we have enough time to talk about whatever news. Because obviously you guys didn't get to see us talk about D23 live and what our thoughts are on some of the
announcements.
Was that last week? That was last week, yeah. So funny story. Omar's texting me about D23, the announcements, as I was sitting in the Midtown Comics at Grand Central Station buying comic books, and those guys were like also on their computers looking up everything. And then as soon as they started announcing Secret Invasion, Werewolf by Night, the guy's like, hey, come here. We got to pull some comics, put them out front. So yeah, they're already getting ready to start advertising what Marvel is putting out here soon, which is kind of fun to see.
Not going to lie. I think Werewolf by Night is the one I'm most excited about. I haven't watched the new Rings of Power yet. I watched She-Hulk, House of Dragon, and all of Cobra Kai.
I haven't watched all of Cobra Kai, but Omar will talk about it non-spoilery. I'm waiting until a little bit later to talk about it.
The Werewolf by Night, as soon as I saw
it was awesome.
Man-Thing, I was like, oh my God, yes.
Yes, I was really excited about that. I like Lauren Donnelly, who's in it. She was from The Nevers, which was pretty much a one-season show on HBO that Joss Whedon had produced and created before all of his stuff went down. So I think that's why we didn't get a renewal on it. But
what's his name is in it? The Spanish guy, or is he from Mexico? Is he a Spanish actor or Mexico? I cannot remember.
Gael Bernal. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's Mexican. But yes, but I know his name. But
that goes he's in further than I do. Yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's where he's from.
Yeah, originally Breakout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying I haven't seen any news on it. William,
the Nevers canceled?
I don't know. I
just found out.
I haven't seen any news on it, and I assumed because of what has been happening over the last couple of years with Joss Whedon, I figured HBO wouldn't go down that route. But I don't know.
Thought it was like what's it called? Oh man, what was the show that we watched? Brian K. Yeah, Paper Girls.
Yeah.
Like Paper Girls Volume 2. Wow.
It's a shame.
Well, no season 2 for Paper Girls.
Exactly.
It could have been better. I was pretty excited to see Man-Thing 2. It's not what it sounds. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It's okay.
Yes.
Even Variety is reporting that. I saw that it was Hollywood Reporter, so I assume it's real.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
What's up, Scott? How are you? Best part of She-Hulk is Wong.
Yeah, we're not even talking about the episode he's in today.
Yeah, he's not even in this episode. So
I don't want to disappoint you, Dean. But we're going to be talking about. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about House of Dragons episode 4, which I'm super excited to talk about.
Yep. What else?
We're talking about She-Hulk episode 5, which is one more now than what all of the original pro reviewers got in their screeners ahead of time. So it's new for everyone. And then we're going to talk about Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power 3 and 4, because those both came out. Those both came out Thursday night.
You got that Midtown cough going. I am excited to talk about all this stuff because it's been a minute since we've kind of talked about the review. So we will be back every Friday night, I think so, for the foreseeable future. I know we've got a couple of other things coming out next month, movies.
Andor comes out this week too, or next week.
Andor, my goodness, Andor comes out. Is that being released all at once, or is it?
Sorry, guys.
Somebody's really excited to talk about Andor.
No.
I thought it was Endor at first, like for Ewoks. I got really excited, and then I got disappointed that it wasn't Endor. I think I'm the only one because I was really
I don't think I'm okay with not seeing
footage.
an Endor Ewok. I'm okay with not seeing a show about that.
Nikki, oh my goodness, I was all about her lawyer this episode, but that's another reason. We're going to talk about the new Karate Kid movie. Nope, there's no such thing, James. Stop spreading rumors. I have to catch up on House of Dragons, but I don't mind spoilers.
All right.
Well, we will let you know when we're about to talk about each thing. Down at the bottom. All right, what are we talking about first, Amanda?
Well, we're going to talk about House of Dragon first. Sorry there, Daniel D.
We are? Okay.
Yes. That's what we said we were going to talk about first, right?
Okay, yeah. We'll do that. Let me make sure that... you sure you don't want to do Rings of Power?
Because you already have it up.
No, I mean, I got it up. I can change it. All right.
No, let's talk about Rings of Power first.
No, it's what you want to do.
No, we're gonna talk about Rings of Power. Episodes 3 and 4.
Sorry about that, everybody.
And I'm gonna try not to cough through the whole thing. I apologize.
It's okay. Get that Midtown cough.
I'm sure it's just a COVID variant I got.
Please don't say that.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Stay safe, guys.
Well, I want the Ewoks. Ewoks versus the Predator, right? Andor will have 3-episode premiere. My goodness.
They're really
Targaryens, no romance. Incest is Winston. Yeah, I showed you that thing. You didn't even react to it. I was like, I thought this was your kind of thing. Sweet Home Alabama. Yeah, it was hilarious.
It was okay. It wasn't my favorite.
You send me crap all the time.
Oh, my memes are fantastic.
Are they really? You don't even create the memes. All right, let's go ahead and get started with Rings of Power episodes 3 and 4. Is Amanda okay? Please.
No, it's not COVID.
Please don't joke like that.
This is just it's a lingering cough from something I had last week. It's fine.
We take coughing very seriously. I do too. She's all over.
I know. I'm just coughing all over.
Oh my gosh. It wouldn't be the first time she's got me sick with something.
No, it's just my throat gets dry and it's just, it's a little bit of
dry throat. That's all it is. Dry throat.
Puts on EMS. Hopefully I don't get anyone in the audience sick tonight. All right. So,
what?
Lord of the Rings, episodes 3 and 4. We are finally introduced to Numenor.
Mm-hmm.
The Isle of Men. The Men of the Edain, right? Or if I pronounce that right.
I don't
know. Honestly, what I've been looking forward to with Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power so far, getting to see Numenor, obviously, because there's a lot of lore behind Numenor. We know that's the descent. We get introduced to Elendil and Isildur, which are the descendants of Aragorn.
Isildur.
Yes.
What did you call him?
Isildur.
Isildur. Do you not speak elf? He said, throw it into the fire! Isildur! No. By the way, I love the way they pronounce words. Like, it's very Latin. You roll your R's.
Yes.
Very Latin. All right.
Very much so. So these 2 episodes definitely picked up a lot for me in terms of Rings of Power. So we're
3 and 4.
Yes, we're introduced to Numenor. We're also get a little bit the Harfoots are finally on their journey, and all is revealed of Nori's deception of keeping this stranger man hidden and under wraps. But he proves to be very important for her family because her father had gotten hurt in the last episode.
Broke his foot.
And they have this beautiful moment in that episode 3 of the Harfoots remembering all of the people who they had to leave behind because
very
they
Hobbitish.
Couldn't make it to the journey, right? And if you read, the Lord of the Rings appendices and things, you'll learn about the hobbits, all the different hobbits, their journeys over the Lonely Mountains and the Misty Mountains to get to where
the Harfoots.
Yes, well, all of
and that's what they were called in the Silmarillion, right?
Yes,
because they weren't hobbits then.
No, they were 3 different types of hobbits that all bred and then became.
I'm getting out nerded. Okay,
the Hobbit that we know and
they all bred and became one Hobbit.
Yes, one Hobbit.
That is a lot of powerful breeding to come up with Bilbo.
Very much so.
All right, we are drinking Sig Lucier. This episode is not brought to you by Sig Lucier,
but it is a local beer here in where we live, and it is our favorite.
It is quite delicious, and I just got back from Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
and this beer is better. That's just right.
Yeah, so their story only really takes place in episode 3, where the Harfoots all begin their journey. And of course, after the rest of the Harfoots discover that Nori was keeping this man a secret, and they still let them travel, but of course they move them to the back of the pack, which they can't keep up until they realize the stranger came along with them, and they realize they have a grown ass man who can help them.
Well, he's big.
He's big.
Yeah,
he's a regular man size and not a hobbit size. So he can help.
We think. We don't know. We don't know what he is compared to other men.
Yeah, we haven't seen him with other men yet. Right. That's true. So he's going to help them on their journey so that they don't fall behind and get lost with the rest of the Harfoots and end up in the book. So that's really the bulk of the Harfoot journey for episodes 3 and 4. The most of these 2 episodes take place in Numenor. And then, of course, in the Southlands, where we discover that Arondir and his rest of his elven team had been captured by the orcs. And they are in what I assume is going to be Mordor one day, because looks like they're building what will become Mordor. And
they're getting rid of the trees and the ends, I assume, with the roots.
Exactly.
That was a good scene when they were trying to escape.
Oh, it was a beautiful. Yeah, well done.
Imprisonment, or I guess enslavement of these elves.
Yes,
that was really good. I like that. I like that part because I'm a big fan of the way that the orcs and the goblins look. That the special effects, or the makeup and I guess custom designs for those characters are really well done.
I think so too. Them. Yeah, I agree. I think that this show definitely put a lot of money into that aspect.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can tell where the money went here.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't get a lot of big names. They didn't get any big names.
But do you need big names when you have a title like the Lord of the Rings?
Because Lord of the Rings didn't have any big names minus, Elijah Wood was a famous child actor at the time.
But I don't think anybody went to go see the Lord of the Rings because of Red Rider. Was that
Radio Flyer?
Radio Flyer,
and I did.
No, you did not.
I'm just kidding.
No, you did not.
No, I went to see it because I like the books. But anyways, so obviously, Arondir is the only one who is alive after that intense battle between the elven captains fight with the orcs, and he is taken to Adar, which we know his father in elf, and we are introduced to Adar in episode 4. And fun fact, guys, Adar is played by the actor. His name is Joseph Moal, and you guys have all seen him before.
Yep. Nope, not that one.
Not that one. Nope. Up, right there. So, Benjen Stark is the actor who plays Adar in Rings of Power, which is really cool. So, not only did the actor who plays Elrond was Ned Stark in an earlier thing, now we get Benjen Stark. 2 Starks are back. That's what happens in Hollywood. You just keep casting all the same British guys for everything.
Okay.
No, well, Josh, Matt Smith is a big name, but for Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, there's not really
Keep up, Matt. We're talking about Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power.
So Benjen Stark is playing Adar, and he says some interesting things that I think are supposed to mislead us to thinking that he is Sauron. Like he said that only a god.
Oh, yes.
And he says but not yet. Like as assuming that he will one day become a god,
3,
right?
Yeah. So this is where Galadriel ends up in Numenor with
Halbrand.
Yeah, both of them come, and she acknowledges the fact that he might be more than he leads on.
Yes.
That he might be the king
of the Southlands.
Yeah. So at the beginning of episode 4, I thought that was pretty interesting because they're looking at that. The sphere that she touches,
the Palantir, which we got the Palantir. There they go.
Get that.
Yeah.
Right. So we know where this is from, but she's touching it and she's looking at the destruction of Numenor, including the death of her child.
Yeah.
Because it shows you things to come or what may come.
Yes.
I thought that was pretty.
Or things that have not yet come to pass. Sorry, Galadriel said that.
Way to put that into Elfish.
Okay,
yeah,
there we
nice,
go.
Very
yeah.
nice. You're I forgot you are a big Tolkien dork.
I do. Yeah. My sister actually when I went to visit her, she gets these things from these book clubs, these monthly book clubs, and they always give little really cool things like mugs and trinkets. And so she gave me all the Lord of the Rings stuff, like these little Lord of the Rings dishes and things to put in my kitchen because my kitchen's Lord of the Rings themed. So anyways, but if you have read this Silmarillion or know any of the history, Numenor does fall. And we're introduced to some characters that, play a part in that in the future. Farazad, is it Farazan, I think is his name?
Sure.
Which is right now the chief counsel of the Queen Regent, Muriel. And clearly Galadriel's appearance in Numenor is not welcome. While they were once
broken away from the elves.
Yes. Yeah. Because the whole thing about the Numenors is that they were always jealous of the elves and their immortality, right? And, that's what I loved that's why I'm so excited to see them, because their history is so rich and they are the ones who are so easily deceived and corrupted, right?
I haven't read the books. Start with The Hobbit.
I would, because parts of The Hobbit filter into Lord of the Rings, since, you know, Bilbo's a character in both, Gandalf, etc. So yeah, and Smeagol.
The Hobbit is really easy to read.
Oh yeah,
compared to
I think it was
Lord of the Rings.
I think when back in the 40s, with 30s, late 30s when it came out, I think it was actually advertised as a children's book.
No, it was after that. Yeah, it was. I would say probably 60s is the first printing.
Oh, is it?
I think. But yeah, it's an easy read. By the time you get to the Lord of the Rings, though, like the Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and the Return of the King, they are dialogue like.
And history dense and heavy. Yeah.
Dense is the right word. And then by the time you get to the Silmarillion, you might as well get your Bible out, because the Silmarillion
it's basically the Bible.
Reads like a Bible.
It is, yeah.
It's a creation of this world. But the Hobbit is a lot of fun. I must have read that book in the 8th and freshman year so many times.
And if you really want a trip, you should watch the animated movie of The Hobbit.
Oh, the 70s?
Yes, that one.
I like those.
Or maybe listen to Leonard Nimoy's Bravest Little Habit of Them All. Nope. There's some great
That does not sound
stuff.
like Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy did a song.
Oh, The Hobbit was 37. Really?
Yeah,
I thought it was the 60s.
Because World War I influenced him, which is 1918. So
oh, my bad. I know when World War I.
There was a resurgence of Lord of the Rings popularity with the Frodo Lives thing in the 60s and 70s.
The hippies.
Anyways, yes, exactly.
Tom Bombadil. All right.
Yeah,
hey, Amazing Amanda.
Hey, Axel.
Tolkien told his bedtime stories is what eventually became The Hobbit.
Yes.
Because I love this story because the kids corrected him on the color of the door and the shape of the door. They were like, Dad, what are you talking about? You told us that the color and the shape of the door was different. So he started writing things down. And that eventually led into The Hobbit.
And what we know today.
And here we are today with the Rings of Power.
Exactly. So Galadriel, of course, has her meeting with Elendil, and his Isildur is trying to become be part of the Sea Brigade, but something's calling him, right? And we know, of course, of his future and what becomes of him, right? So all of this is
only because of the beginning of the Lord of the Rings.
Yes, exactly.
Throw it into the fire, Isildur.
Yes,
I remember that.
And he goes, no. So we get all of that, and of course then we have Elrond, who's still working with Celebrimbor and Prince Durin, and we find out what Prince Durin has been hiding. It was not the Arkenstone like I had thought, which I forgot. They're in Khazad-dûm. That's the Lonely Mountain. They're a different place.
It's okay. People make mistakes. What is it?
It's Mithril. Which I thought was great with the discovery, which I got to wait. It's right there. Yep. Okay. Which we all know from Lord of the Rings and is what the armor that Frodo wears.
Who is touching his testicles?
All of them. I don't know if it's a very romantic thing.
No, and what? No,
and then of course you're full of surprises, Master Baggins.
Oh yeah, when he got stabbed.
Yeah, when they were in Khazad-dûm, which makes sense considering this is, where the Durin folk live and die at the end.
And he thinks that Mithril is going to save his family, and
he's not wrong. Mithril is a very important element in the Lord of the Rings lore.
It's very light.
It's very light.
Break.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So. Which is why Frodo wears it and why Bilbo had taken it in The Hobbit. If I'm spoiling anything, Daniel, because you haven't read The Hobbit yet, I'm sorry about that. But of course, at the end of the day, that's what he's been hiding. I don't believe
Bucky read anything, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's right. Bucky did read The Hobbit when it first came out. Remember?
Thanks,
because he said the Gandalf. Mm-hmm. Good job.
Oh man, Mithril, adamantium. No, adamantium could kill hobbits. Left and right.
Exactly.
Armor, lingerie. Tolkien is way ahead of his time. I mean, in a way, yes, it was definitely undergarment, right?
Yeah, they were underneath, and that's
right?
Daniel's like, no, that's fine.
Right?
Yeah, but so we're introduced to this subplot, and of course, the dwarves are helping Celebrimbor build his master furnace. What is it called? Masonry chimney. Yeah, his building. Ooh. And Prince Durin does by the end of episode 4 decides he's going to go with Elrond to Lindon to see what they're building. Because
kid's name.
Yeah, my kid's name. Yeah.
Finally, I think we're going to start seeing these stories come
start to get it, yes.
Because that is one thing that I think is missing a lot from here is that
they're also separate still.
Well,
with the exception of Elrond and Galadriel in the beginning, but that's
but if you look at the Lord of the Rings and the way that the Hobbit starts, the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit both start with an adventure, a gathering of an unexpected and an expected party, right?
Yes, and the fellowship.
Whereas this is like we're
Council of
telling
Elrond.
different stories, and we're 4 episodes in, and these stories are not connecting. We know they're going to connect. We know they're going to
because we have 5 seasons.
But still, wow, what a slow burn. So I agree with the people that are like, it's slow. But I mean, I don't know if I'm looking at how many episodes is this?
I'm glad
8
you
or
asked
10.
me that.
I'm glad.
I want to say
are
it's
you really
8.
glad?
Yeah.
Because if we're looking at 8 episodes, we're looking at half. We're in the second act.
Yes, we're already in the second act.
If it's then we need to speed some things
8
up.
episodes. Yeah.
Because this is halfway through. So episode 5 really needs to start bringing stories together.
Well, so by the end of this episode 4, Galadriel ends up sailing back to Middle Earth with the Queen. Well, they're planning on sailing back to Middle Earth with the Queen Regent, because when she discovers, her and the Queen Regent finally talk, and she shows the Palantir, she shows her, what they see, the destruction of Numenor, and why they thought the elves weren't the way, and why they have to rely on themselves, even though the Queen said Numenor's its own downfall. And hey, guys, it is. If you read the Silmarillion, they are their own downfall because they fell prey to Sauron.
That's man for you.
Yes, men are mankind is easily corrupted, and and so as she was leaving, the white tree in Numenor starts to shed its petals. It was really beautiful, and of course, it's a sign that when the white petals shed, it's like the tears of the Valar, which means their judgment's ever upon them. The Valar is basically like their angels, their gods, right? There's the one Eru, and then the Valar, like their gods, right?
Really?
So
wow, color me impressed.
Well, I've been also re-listening to the Silmarillion at night, so I think it gets in my head.
If you ever need to sleep,
yes, that'll put you to sleep. But so she decides she needs to go with her to help Halbrand and reclaim the Southlands, because they discover while they're in Numenor that there is a plan for them to take over the Southlands and make it Sauron's kingdom of sorts, which we all know becomes Mordor. If you even look at current maps.
So who is the orc, the leader of the orcs that's down there with
Adar?
Yeah.
I don't know. So obviously, if you know the lore, orcs came from elves, right? So that's why he looks very elvish. He could have been the first.
And goblins are supposed to be dwarves, right?
I think so. And then of course we know the Uruk-hai were a creation all of themselves with the trees and
let's bang a couple cousins together.
Exactly.
See what happens. But that doesn't happen for centuries later.
Yeah, century later. Yeah, we don't get them until Saruman. So so I don't know if I think it's a misdirect that he's Sauron. I still don't think he's Sauron.
I do like the fact that we have these different possible Saurons, or possible what's his face, the name that from Silmarillion that Sauron answers to.
Anatar?
Morgoth? Yeah.
Well, his leader, or the guy he originally, Melkor.
Because you have these possibilities of it could be this guy, it could be this guy, or it could be this guy. So I think that's nice. It kind of throws you off a little bit.
Exactly. And of course, with that said, then there's that other misdirect of who is Sauron, which at the end of this episode. So in episode 3, we know that that human woman Browin.
The one from the first episode with the elf?
The one who has the secret tryst with Arondir, the elf in the Southlands. Her son Theo finds a hilt, which I'm assuming is the hilt of Sauron.
Yeah.
And in episode 4, there's some great action scenes with him trying to get away from the orcs who discover he has the hilt.
Except for that
Arondir comes
stupid
in.
part with the well, when I'm like, okay,
yeah, the well.
How did the orc not hear that? Like, he
know.
dropped the thing on his head. He heard it and went there. And then how did he not stay long enough for the kid to come out of the water? Anyway, but yeah, the design on those orcs are creepy.
Oh, yeah, they're really good. Adar is what happens if you stay at the wall for too long.
Oh, is that? Gotcha.
Or beyond the wall. Yeah, it's a joke.
Thank you.
Yeah, but so Theo, of course, is kind of marked by the hilt. And then after he returns, because he basically... all the Southland folks left, right? They left to go They left to seek refuge.
Well, because everything is dying.
Because everything's dying. The orcs are killing.
Darkness. Did you watch the Usagi Yojimbo Netflix show?
No.
I did, Jordan. I watched the first 3 episodes. My quick review. Boy, did they not do it. And whoever approved this obviously did not read Usagi. I wasn't a fan. So if you enjoyed it, though, more power to you, brother. I did not like it at all.
Then
you didn't watch it.
Well, and I've never read the original, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, so it wouldn't help it. Yeah, it was not Usagi. So yeah, this I will say episode 3 picked things back up for me. I like the speed it was going. I do too. Like seriously, I like that I find the elf very boring. He is a very boring character, but him trying to escape
Arondir?
Yeah. Him trying to escape the orcs, that was really cool. I like the way that's done. It's creepy.
Oh, but then when he goes up and he tries the warg. Yeah, the warg. Oh, those
which looks a lot better than it did in the
original Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
In the Two Towers. Yeah. When Aragorn.
Well, and that was one of Peter Jackson's problems, right? He did not want to release that movie because he was ashamed of the way the special effects looked on those wargs, right? The
wargs and it's
dogs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I do like that scene, especially when his captain, like, he makes it over the top and he thinks he's safe.
Yeah.
And then he turns around.
Oh
God, it was so good. But even his action scene when he's trying to save Theo from the orcs as they're chasing him.
That was nice. Yeah,
that was very good. Very elvish fighting style.
And it's about time this show got some action.
Thank God.
Because my goodness, it's slow, and I forget that not everybody finds historical stuff interesting.
No,
it's time to move the story forward.
Exactly.
So there are some additions of things I think in there that can move the story towards a action sequence,
and I think we'll start to see that.
Yeah. So, but in episode 4, there really wasn't much except for the escape of the orcs, right?
That was the big action
when he goes
sequence.
Back into the town.
Yeah, because most of Numenor is for episode 4 was just discovering, this prophecy, right? This vision that Muriel has seen, and the need for them to actually do something, right? Which, of course, we know, if you read the story, you know that the Numenors go to Middle Earth and they help and fight, and then some stay behind, and then that's the fall and all that stuff. So if you're a fan of the lore and read up on it, you'll discover it. But yeah, so that's, and of course, even, there's a little bit of action with the dwarves, the miners who got stuck, but they were able to save them because his father is very cautious about mining the mithril because it's very dangerous. It's a very deep, vein of, for the cavern. So there was that little bit, but the Southland's really where the action lives. But now that we're seeing the Numenors, we're starting to see some of our warriors from Numenor going to Middle Earth. We're going to start seeing more action with Prince Durin in Lindon, seeing what's going on with Celebrimbor and Elrond. And of course, the Southlands are preparing for war, basically, right?
Yeah.
At this point, because now that Adar knows what they have, he's going to want it at all costs. So I think we're going to start to see the action speed up. I still don't know where the Harfoots and the Stranger fit into all of this at all.
Well, I'm sure we will by season's end. How do you feel about these 2 episodes? And then we'll move on to the next series.
So I enjoyed these 2 episodes a lot more than I enjoyed the first 2 episodes.
Halfway through the season.
Yes. I think the first 2 were a little slow for me, but this one, now that I'm getting used to the characters, and I am starting to enjoy where some of the stories are heading. I'm still not sure about, the portrayal of Galadriel and where her story and how she fits in the story, but that's fine. I understand that all of this is based off of history that was never dramatized. It's just historical, right? Some of this stuff is discussed in like a paragraph.
Fictional
over.
History.
So they're building a lot of stuff around, like a lot of stories around it that could or could not have happened, right? And I'm okay with that because it's still fiction at the end of the day. So it's starting to pick up for me. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm still liking a lot of the some of the characters are growing on me as well.
Okay,
so I'm enjoying it now.
I still think that this needs a score. Like, there is no memorable score like Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. Even The Hobbit had a really good score. There were memorable,
but it's still Howard Shore.
Music. It is, but there's just, I'm going to be serious. I don't know if anybody has watched this, but the sad tone reminds me of the sad tone in Transformers. Not the movie, but the animated show. I know it's weird, but I'm like, wonder if Howard Shore worked on the minute. He did not. But
interesting.
it's picking up, but it's a little dull,
Yeah.
especially the last part of the last episode when we go back to Numenor.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for something to happen. Maybe I'm expecting something big because we're 4 episodes in.
Of 8 episodes.
Yeah, and I realize it's not Lord or Game of Thrones, so it can't be that big.
And it can't have some of the, let's say, more daring choices of Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon.
Yeah, right. Which is fine.
It's not.
It definitely has to. Man, my goodness, I assume this was not planned that both shows would be.
No, of course not. Never. Yeah.
It's still a beautiful show. I mean, as far as like how much love and time and money goes into this, it's a beautiful show.
And considering that Amazon is now closing some of its distribution centers, I mean, they must have been.
All right, good news, Amanda, for tonight. So what would you give this out of 10?
For these 2 episodes together, I think I would probably give them, I say about like an 8 out of 10. I really did enjoy these a lot more than the first 2.
I'm still waiting for something to pick up. Halfway through the season, I would say this is 6 out of 10. It's still good, it's holy crap. It's still, if you take a step back, like to have a Lord of the Rings TV show that looks this good, that's insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6 out of 10. I'm hoping that these stories intertwine. I'm hoping the stories pick up. So we will see.
I think so.
That's so far for these 2 episodes.
Awesome. So now what do you want to talk about next? She-Hulk or House of the Dragon? And we can get She-Hulk over pretty quickly because I do always love talking
see what everybody else thinks. 6 out of 10 is almost failing. Is it though? Have you not seen my rating of Catwoman? I gave a Catwoman a 1 out of 10 and I'd watch it again.
6.1 out of 10.
Wow, Bale 6.1 is pretty accurate. Yeah, let's talk about She-Hulk. Let's see what everybody else thinks about the show, though.
What is everyone else thinking so far about?
Is this She-Hulk episode 5?
Episode 5, yes. Which is interesting so now She-Hulk, we're on episode 5, and we have 4 episodes left?
9 episodes, really.
Yeah, I think it's 9 episodes.
Wow. 8 out of 10, shiny mithril nuggets.
Yeah, shiny mithril
7
nuggets.
out of 10, 8 out of 10,
Nice.
8 out of 10. People are really liking these. Good. I'm still watching it. I'm just hoping it picks back up and we get a deeper story. Still loving She-Hulk. First She-Hulk episode, I really liked it. 5 out of 10. So yeah, we're a little close, Scam Cats. I'll give it a 6. I think it could be better. I think it definitely could be better. I'm not saying it's horrible. It's bad. I'm going to stop watching it. Amanda would not let me, I think. 6 out of 10 today, 2 out of 10 in a few years when everything catches up in equality. Avatar 2009 curse. You're cursing the Avatar? Are you talking about Last Airbender or the Avatar 2009?
I think he's talking about Avatar.
James Cameron? What did he do? Hey, Omar, do you think there are animes that are better than the manga? Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yes, I do. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. I do. Yeah, so let's talk about She-Hulk. She-Hulk episode 5.
Yes.
With spoilers. So everybody that has not watched it or doesn't care, sign off. 6.5 out of 10 just to be passive.
Gotcha. There we go.
I mean, honestly, to be fair, I think The Hobbit to me, like the last 2 movies were like a 5 out of 10.
I know. And that's why I keep like when everyone's, talking about like if you want to talk about quality, yes, comparing it to the Lord of the Rings trilogy is one thing, but let's not forget those Hobbit movies.
Well, that's what happens when you have that much source material
and you want to
make 3 movies out of it. I mean, there's a reason why Guillermo del Toro walked away from that project.
Yeah, that was a cash grab. New Line Cinema.
You talking? Are they watching?
I don't know if they are, but yes.
This episode's not brought to you by New Line Cinema.
Oh no, but apparently Nearmint to Titania already trademark our.
Are you serious? No. We have a trademark. What's up, Cage?
Hey,
how are
Cage.
you, brother? Why no after credits after the last She-Hulk? I thought so too. I kept watching it. Man.
I almost think that that last piece where she goes to get the suit, where they show I'm assuming, which is a teaser for next week, the helmet
was the teaser.
Was maybe supposed to be the teaser, or that's enough. We don't need anything else.
All right, let's talk about She-Hulk episode 5.
Episode 5, yeah. Quick episode, obviously.
Tries to get a new suit and
is sued for trademark infringement So we know at the last episode, right at the end, she was served with papers for apparently infringing on a copyright for She-Hulk that Titania decided to file for. And in this one, we get to see what Titania was actually doing with that trademark, creating a whole brand of Kylie Jenner-like makeup products that are probably going to make your lips burn. If anyone follows that, that is what happened with Kylie Jenner's like lip pumper shit. And she is an influencer.
Lip pumper?
Plumper. Sorry, you know, stuff to plump your lips. I don't know.
It's called collagen, right?
Well, whatever they were putting in it, but it was making people's lips burn. That's what happened with Kylie Jenner. Basically, snake oil, right? Like what Jen says in the
snake oil.
Yes, which is what Jen mentions in the show. And so Titania has sued her, and so she's basically, her boss is like, we can't have this frivolous lawsuit. You need to fix this. So she goes to one of the lawyers who we met very briefly at the beginning of the second episode, and her name is Mallory, played by Renee Elise Goldsberry, aka Angelica from Hamilton, or from Girls 5 Ever, which everyone should watch.
First of all, don't ruin a good thing. First of all, my goodness, this lady is she's sharp.
She's great. Yeah,
she is a sharp-looking woman.
I think Omar's a new crush,
and she's 51 years old.
Yep, we looked it up. It's true.
That woman has aged like a fine
beautifully.
Wine. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm very
because I remember when we watched Hamilton together, I was like, hey, that lady looks really good. And, you know, I did a little internet digging, and I'm like, oh, wow, she's almost 50. She's 51 years old. My goodness. Wow. Where was I?
No, she is, and she is 51. It's true.
Where was I? What was I talking about?
I don't know. We're talking about Mallory. So Mallory decides to take...
I like Stargirl. I thought it was good. Go
ahead. So Mallory decides to take on her case. And of course, the judge during the lawsuit, during the trial, is basically like, can you prove that you've used She-Hulk, the moniker, in more instances than just this one particular time? And so while Jen's trying to figure out how to win her lawsuit, her BFF, Nikki /paralegal, and Pug, who's a pretty cool dude, Pug asked Nikki a favor. He wants her to stand in line for some Iron Man 3 threes, which are some sneakers, because he wants a pair to wear and a pair to stock. And I would have stayed in line for. I didn't think Iron Man 3 was that bad, but
it was that bad.
Yeah.
Did we do that show?
If we didn't, we should. I don't remember if we did. We did Iron Man 2 for sure. And
that was that bad.
It was that bad. And so Nikki decides to go with him as long as he gets her to the drip broker, who might find someone who can create superhero clothes for Jen, because all of her suits look awful. They could also hire someone to fix the CGI, but that's another story completely.
Oh my God, the CGI look. Well, we'll
talk about that. Anyways, so we get some really cool scenes of them going to the drip broker. We get some awesome bootleg Avengers and Avengers gear. I got it up there if you want to go to it. Up there you go. Yep. Look at that stuff. I want an Avengers shirt.
I thought immediately about you when I saw not that one, but the Avengers. That one.
I would love that.
Amanda would sport Avengers.
I would sport an Avengers shirt.
Yes, and 100%. Avengers.
Yes, it was pretty cool.
But the guy that's making this, so you caught this. I didn't even catch this.
Yes. So Luke Jacobson, apparently this is a deep cut from a comic in the late 80s called...
In the late 80s? You're making me feel old. In the late 80s.
Yes. Dakota North. And apparently...
How the hell did I miss this?
There is a Luke Jacobson. This is the gentleman from the comics. And there are guest... Like Power Girl, I think, makes a guest appearance or something like. There's all these different guest appearances.
Larry, did you catch that? I did not catch that.
So I was like, this is a cool... I mean, I know the actor himself, he's on the show Flight Attendant on HBO with Kaylee Cuoco, which is an awesome thriller if you guys haven't seen it.
I've seen season 1.
Yeah.
I did not catch that Easter egg. Was hoping there would be a name drop. Reed Richards inventing. I thought it was going to be the dude, the gladiator guy, right? From Daredevil, the guy that makes the costumes. So I when she was like, did you not catch it? I'm like, no, I didn't catch that. So, yeah. Thoughts on She-Hulk twerking?
I don't care.
Whatever.
She jumped rope naked in the comics. So, I mean, what's...
No. She was wearing things underneath.
Was she?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the thing.
But she was fully dressed.
That was the joke, is that she was jumping rope. And then afterwards, she was like, there's no way the editor-in-chief would let me do this without actually having a bra and panties on. So she did have like a bra and panties. Yeah.
Go.
What's up, Low Heat? You, who Amanda and Omar came to say hi.
Heat.
I've seen episodes of Rings of Power. Can I stay? You can stay.
We just finished that one, so we're talking about She-Hulk. So if you haven't watched that, then I don't know what to tell you.
I'm all about Megan Thee Stallion twerking, though.
Yeah, Omar's got a fetish for her. So
whoa, okay. First of all, do not call it a fetish.
Okay.
That's how people get canceled.
But anyway, so Luke decides to take her on, decides to make her a suit. Meanwhile, she figures out a way to win her case. Basically, since she made a dating profile as She-Hulk, went on dates as She-Hulk, slept with a man as She-Hulk, and called herself She-Hulk, she decides to use those men as witnesses, which is super embarrassing. But helps her win the case.
It helps her win the case, right? So I get it. You gotta win that case no matter what.
Exactly. So she ends up winning the case. She gets some cool new suits.
How did I not get that?
Oh no. Yep. Omar slipped on that one, guys.
I'll be right back. Go ahead, Amanda.
Can I borrow? Oh, you got it. Nope.
No, I got it.
And so, of course, at the end, we do get that really cool teaser for next week, which is, of course, that helmet that you're seeing on the screen now, and that is Daredevil's
helmet. Are you
helmet.
doing a helmet?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I gotta find a Megan Thee Stallion gift.
So yeah,
this is my one job I had.
In a nutshell, what the episode is. We learned a lot about trademark law, guys.
Did we?
I don't know. I guess so. I did love how her brother was trying to explain to her how trademark law works. I was like, isn't she a lawyer?
Yeah.
So, and I guess even her and Mallory, might
my God. Friends. I just went down the wrong rabbit hole.
And I'm never going to get this.
You're never going to get
All
it
right.
back.
So, Omar.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on She-Hulk episode 4?
Damn it. Okay. Episode 5, Amanda.
Episode 5.
Keep it together. Quit looking at Megan Thee Stallion for a second.
Omar puts it on the
all right. So, episode 5. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Absolutely nothing is happening on this show. And I feel like for the rest of the series, nothing is going to happen. There's not going to be, remember when we were talking.
But the blood?
No. Before the show started, you were like, oh, they're going to make this a segue to World War Hulk.
Or something.
And I'm like, how? Okay. Now I see it as like, no way. There is no way that's going to happen. Like, it's just a show. A fun show, okay? And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm also like, it's a show like Ally McBeal, I think. And
or like Big Bang Theory. It's just a sitcom that funny things happen to people with kind of sitcom-y humor, but there is every time you think it's an overarching story, like, yes, Titania shows back up. Will she show back up again? I'm thinking she will, because I think that we've seen her in different outfits in the trailer, so Titania may be a recurring character.
So, I think you're right. I think if I'm comparing, I compared it to the wrong thing. Well, no, Ally McBeal was a sitcom.
Yeah, it is a sitcom. Yeah, so it's more along lines like that.
It's like Ally McBeal. It's like Big Bang Theory. Yeah, it's like Friends. It's like,
but yeah, there
so
are
if that's
some
not
overarching.
Your cup of tea, then this is not for you. Yeah, this is not for you, because I don't think there's ever
there's not a lot of superheroing going on. Like,
right,
the long episode was it.
We've seen a little bit of the Wrecking Crew, which looks completely different, because, like I said, this is.
But where they haven't showed it back up yet. So why were they trying to get her?
That one guy was, though. That guy showed up again in this episode.
That's right.
I assume it's that same guy. The guy that went on a date with her. He was in the Wrecking Crew, and then he was in this episode. He said, "I'm one of the
he's
biggest
the client
clients
of Mallory." Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's little tiny nuggets.
Yeah. So it is a completely different show than any of the previous
Marvel superhero
Disney Plus Marvel shows. And I'm okay with that. It doesn't feel like this is going to lead into Avengers 5, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Or Scarlet Witch or WandaVision 2 or whatever. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a lead into anything.
No.
And
maybe Daredevil Born Again, which apparently, according to him, is a season 1. It is not a continuation of the Netflix series.
We'll see.
That's what he said.
I will say that, so if you're expecting this to connect to something huge, if this to lead into World War Hulk, no, absolutely not. And maybe that's why some people are let down. Maybe that's why people are like, come on, Marvel, do better. I don't know. But if you're just there to have fun on a weekly basis.
Yeah, then you're going to find. The only issue the biggest issue I have is She-Hulk. And I'm not talking about her as a character. but the CGI.
Yeah, okay, so the CGI.
I really like the way they, like, when she sits next to Mallory.
Titania called her Shrek, though.
I know, that was pretty funny.
That, right?
But she's more like a blue Navi from Avatar. Because she's lanky. Like, she is, like, whatever everyone complained about her not being, like, buff enough. I really feel that now. She does not.
Well, that's because she's not raging, though. She's not Savage She-Hulk. She's not having to fight. She's doing trials. So she is a lot like Dan Slott's run.
Okay.
If you go back and look at Dan Slott's run of She-Hulk, a lot of times she's just wearing the suit like she is in the show. So, yeah, but the CGI looks horrible.
Yeah, it makes me want, like, Marvel to give their visual effects artists some room to freaking breathe, because I feel like that's an issue. I also watched Pinocchio, which is off the, but I know they're probably using similar VFX artists, right, for Disney productions, and the CGI for Pinocchio at the end was pretty bad too. So I'm starting to think that Disney needs to give their visual effects artists some time to breathe.
Well, they're outsourcing it, right? They're outsourcing everything.
And maybe that's why they're having.
Tell you what happened, man. Amazon swooped everybody up. They're like, hey, y'all want to work on Rings of Power? Because that's what we're doing. No, you're right. I really do feel like the CGI has gone drastically downhill in this particular show. And it's the main problem is that they use her so much during the daytime.
Oh, I know.
That she looks so, like, every time she's on the computer and
someone says that, like, when she's at the desk.
Yeah, when she looks at the camera, she's like, I'm over it. Oh, her mouth doesn't even sync.
Yes, it's not.
And she's wearing motion capture things, right? So yeah,
that's disappointing, because it's a character you want to see as She-Hulk all the time, right? And that leads me to believe why they made the show the way it is, where it's less of her doing action, and it's like there's more Jen Walters being Jen Walters and a little bit of She-Hulk, because maybe they were having issues with getting the CGI to really. So I watched this episode twice. Me too. Yeah.
There was one point that I'm like, oh, that is a really weird edit, and it's the edit where she tries to go into her new outfit.
Yes.
And she's like. And Nikki's like, change. And she starts changing from She-Hulk into Jennifer. And they cut. Like, it's an abrupt cut. Like, I feel like, oh my gosh, the CGI must have been so jacked up. The editor was like, nope. We can't show. Yeah, we can't show that. We have to cut to their reaction and then cut back to Jen. And that's what made me think, oh man. They've really rushed this out.
And that's what makes it hard for me, I think, in part, to kind of enjoy this show as much as I want to, because I keep looking, like, when I see her as She-Hulk, it takes me out of it almost.
Yeah, it really does feel like a cheap CGI show, which sucks, right? Because they've set the bar. Well, they've set the bar so high.
Yes, I know.
With these shows. Like, in the last episode with Danny Blaze, whatever it is.
Danny Blaze, yeah.
Right? I don't think anybody would have complained.
No, I agree, M Enterprise.
I don't think anybody would have known.
Yeah, honestly. If they, instead of them showing those teaser trailers, if they had just pushed this out and fixed some VFX, I think that no one would have complained as much about it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's a show, it's a comedy. I don't think it's necessarily funny. It's just there. Some aspects of it are fun. For me,
yeah, I mean, so for this episode, Nikki and Pug were definitely my breakouts. I actually enjoyed just seeing the two of them with their side quest more so than Jen dealing with her drama of being Jen. And I was like, I'm fine with it. Let's just Nikki and Pug. That's a cool little side quest. Let's go look at what's going on with this strip broker. But yeah, that I had more fun with than the Jen Walter story.
I did appreciate her speaking Chinese, and he's like, "Wait,
I'm not Chinese." And she's like, "Did I offend him?" I was like, "Oh my god."
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode's 5.5 out of 10. What about you? What would you give this?
I was gonna give it like a 5 out of 10. It's okay. This is I'm just not digging She-Hulk as much as I would have liked to have done.
I do like her. I don't have a problem with her. The lady that's playing She-Hulk, I think she's
I'm not a fan of her characterization though.
You don't like her as Jennifer Walters, or
like just She-Hulk? No, it's her characterization as like Jen Walters, I guess. Yes.
I don't know. Would you say that's more to do with the writing or more to do with the actress?
Writing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. like I said, I think it's really difficult to do a comedy these time in the times we live. 4 out of 10. Yep, 5.5.
Yeah, Lohi gave it a 5. Torsten gave it a 6. James gave it 7.5. Larry gave it a 9 out of 10.
Dude, Larry, let me tell you
job,
something
man.
about Larry. Larry's been reading comics for decades. And I love the fact that this man still loves things like this.
That's awesome.
That's good, buddy.
Phil Owens says still mourning the Wrecking Crew debacle out of 10. Jet gave it a 5 out of 10.
Tapsy Lodge gave it a 6.
Avengers fanny packs. I could go for Avengers fanny packs.
She would. Believe me. I'm surprised Amanda's not wearing Avengers shirts.
There's, I guarantee if you go on Redbubble or something,
I'm surprised you have not bought it already.
Well, it just came out yesterday. So give me a break here. It's only been like a day.
Thursday.
Jet gave it a 5. Bill gave it a 7. Matt 7.5. Dean said there are fun parts and good jokes in the show for sure, but the problem with the show is some parts feel like an insult to my intelligence. Okay, I can see that. And I think that has to do with the comedy and the writing that goes along with it.
Yeah, but I will be honest with you, though. I'm also not a fan of things like Big Bang Theory.
I do not like Big Bang
because
Theory.
I think Big
Community?
Bang... Yes.
Smart. Funny comedy.
I once heard...
Big Bang Theory is the poor man's version.
I once heard...
Which is why it's popular and Community was not.
What was it? One of the best things I heard, the difference between Arrested Development and Big Bang Theory is that Arrested Development is a show about stupid people written by smart people, whereas Big Bang Theory is a show about smart people written by stupid people
who think this is how nerds act.
And I was like, wow, that is the best way to freaking describe these shows.
Yes.
So mileage may vary. Some people may enjoy it. You want to do?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So we got a little mini cooler down here for our beers.
It's all good. It's all good. Still waiting for the Community movie.
Oh, me too, buddy. Oh man, I eat all day long.
Yes, brother.
We know they're all still kicking. They're ready to go. We just got to get Donald Glover up.
Leo was here last week, laughing my A off.
I'm pretty sure that he now.
A lot of the jokes made me chuckle, but nothing has made me legit laugh. I will say the first episode, like I know people had issues with the first episode, but I let a lot of that go, and I enjoyed the last laugh, the Captain America. Like I thought that was funny.
That was funny.
I like that.
Yeah.
6 seasons of the movie, baby.
It's gonna happen, man. I hope
we see Daredevil in much more screen time.
I don't.
Look, people love the 6 seasons.
I still love it.
Baby.
I love that you all love Community because it is my gem.
We love Community
too. Yeah, now that even in the morning.
Oh man. And then, yeah. Say what you will about Chevy Chase, though. I love Chevy Chase, but when he left that show and they killed him off, and then when Troy left, it just.
Yeah, well,
it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
The chemistry wasn't there. The new characters they added, it just wasn't the same.
Yeah, it was hard.
So, let's go for
last one.
Last but not least, Amanda. What are we talking about?
We are talking about
Rings of Power.
The King of the Narrow Sea, my man, Daemon Targaryen.
Oh, he's your man now.
Yes. Okay. We're talking about House of the Dragon, episode 4, King of the Narrow Sea.
Dang.
We will be talking about spoilers.
Yeah, so if you have not seen this is airing on HBO right now. It is the prequel to The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Kidding. It's a prequel to the Game of Thrones TV show. It's based on the book Fire and Blood. Yeah.
About the Targaryen reign or the history of the Targaryen reign.
And if you've read it, please don't spoil it for the rest of us that haven't.
I know. I'm trying not to do that because apparently
not all of us.
Apparently, no one knows what's gonna happen in episode 5, but it's fine.
Shut up. So
anyway,
episode 4. Torsten, be good, brother. Be good.
Yes,
everybody that has not seen it.
Yes, Lohi. This
last
episode.
Time. Spoilers.
But this episode was hot.
And then we're gonna discuss D23
and some other stuff.
And how much of a letdown that was. All right.
Yeah. Okay. No.
So in case you have not seen it, again, spoilers.
Spoilers. All right. So this show starts with a really fun opening scene. So as we know, at the last episode, King Viserys basically told Rhaenyra, just find a husband, find one that pleases you. I don't care, but please save me and just pick a husband. So we are on the tour of Westeros' most eligible bachelors. We get to meet a Dondarrion, very cool. And he's a very boring dude and old. And we also get to meet this kid, this little Lord Blackwood, who turns out to be super badass.
With the sweet dude, he cuts that guy.
So basically, so she is on this tour, and of course, Rhaenyra, this is not her thing. She's not into it.
How many minutes does Torsten have till D23 talk?
Give us
15
to 20 minutes. Yeah. 15, 20 minutes. Like 9:20, come back and check in on us. 9:20 Eastern Standard Time. I don't know where you are, Torsten. I'm sorry.
20 minutes, just in case.
20 minutes. Yes. So, so we start out with this big banger of an opener, and that little kid, he's a Blackwood, and there's he's a Baratheon, right? That the guy who was making fun of him, he had the stag, right?
Yeah, he had the stag, but I don't know if he's.
I think he's a Baratheon. Where do you go with it? He had the yellow. I think it's a Baratheon colors, and he was mocking the kid, basically calling him.
First of all, I love this shot because it's Rhaenyra walking away with her
Sir
guard,
Criston
right?
Cole,
and he's like, all right, let's get out of here. And he's like, I'm sorry, you don't have to see this. And in the background, this kid is gutting this guy.
You hear the loud, like, you hear the slashing of the
and
knife.
It's just something that they're used to. It's
and they turn around thinking that, and she got scared thinking they killed a little kid, and it was a little kid who killed him. Oh, God.
Oh, I did too. I thought it was the kid getting gutted.
That was bad. That was awesome. It was a great opener for an otherwise very intense
this episode was intense.
So she's on her way back to King's Landing earlier than what King Viserys had wanted. And as she's returning, who else is returning to King's Landing but Daemon Targaryen? He is fresh off his success of defeating the crab feeder and reclaiming the stepstones. And he has now been called the King of the Sea or Narrow Seas, and even got a sweet new haircut. Where's his haircut? Do I got his haircut in here?
I mean, is it really a haircut?
He got a haircut? Yes. Where's my haircut?
Right there.
Nope.
I got it.
Nope. That's just Matt Smith being handsome.
See right here. I can't find it.
It's just fine. All right.
Nope.
And he obviously is playing some kind of a game because he gives King Viserys the crab feeder's sword.
I have to say that part was intense because I have not read the book. So when he shows up, I'm like, oh my gosh, why are they letting this dude near the king? He's obviously gonna gut him or something. So I like that. I like the fact that it keeps me in suspense.
Exactly. Very, very
but no,
good.
Instead he's like, here you go, brother.
I'm giving this to you, my crown. This is for you. And he's basically
he adds the crab feeder's hammer to the throne.
To the throne, which is awesome, which is really cool because you never really get to see that.
Be good, Cage.
Bye, Cage. So have fun with the Mets. Go Mets. Anyway, so he of course does let him know that that Corlys Valerian has returned to Driftmark. And so there's still some tension there, right? We have not settled whatever, bad blood is going on between Lord Corlys and Viserys, because Viserys chose not to marry his 12-year-old daughter.
Creepy.
But he chose the 14-year-old instead. So let's bear in mind at this time now, and I went after I rewatched it, Rhaenyra should be 18 now at this time. Me and Omar had to have this discussion. He's like, she's 16. I was like, no, she's 18, because he mentions when she talks about the time period, like between she's 18 now. Anyhow, so of course King Viserys welcomes his brother back with open arms. All is forgiven. They're having a beautiful party.
Daemon is like, man, this is so weird. So this is his way of getting back at his brother by keeping his pride by going
He's
after
very low-key.
His brother's daughter, so his own niece.
Spoilers, we haven't gotten there yet. So he's having.
Oh my God! Are you going to go through the whole thing?
Well, because it's just a good episode. Okay, so of course, yes, as Omar said, not all is as it seems with Daemon. So he and Rhaenyra obviously have a connection. We saw that in the first couple episodes, right?
Yep.
But they haven't been in they weren't together in episode 3 at all. But they get to be one-on-one again, and it's clear that there is a connection there she has with her uncle. She's also kind of makes up with Alicent at the same time too, because she wants to find out from Alicent how mad her father is for her ending her little tour of the most eligible bachelors early. And they have really interesting discussions where she basically puts down what Alicent's done, which is just become, a queen in a castle just made to make heirs, which is exactly what Alicent is. And we get to see that later happen in the episode when she is called upon by King Viserys's maid so they could have sex. And boy, that was the most depressing sex scene I've ever seen. That is juxtaposed over one of the most intense,
well, I mean, it's
sexual scenes I've seen in a long time.
This episode, by the way, was directed by a lady. I watched the after.
It is directed by a lady.
It was still pretty interesting how this happens, to say the least. That she is taken by her uncle.
He takes her out for like a little, Arabian Nights, Aladdin. Like, let's go pretend to be commoners and go explore
there ain't
the
no
town.
Aladdin happening here.
No. And they go to explore and he wants her to see the common folks what they think.
He knows what he wants. He's older and he knows where he's taking her. And they end up going to a
brothel.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. After
you have a gift for this?
Yeah, no, I have a scene. And so so they're in this brothel, and obviously when you're in a place like that, you're surrounded by hot, sweaty, naked bodies. Everyone's kissing and humping on each other.
Reminds me of my 20s.
Freaking sexual and all that. Like, of course it's gonna make you just go, ha. And they already have a strange Targaryen underlying attraction to each other. And he says, effing is a pleasure, both for the man and the woman. Of course, this is also the same time you're seeing that. And Allison's like, just be done with me, please. I'm just so tired.
Oh, yeah. They keep the editing.
Yes,
nice
the editing's beautiful. And then you get this. Oh, my God. Matt Smith is so freaking.
Why would you jump?
I don't know.
So weird. Isn't it weird?
Matt Smith is so. I'm sorry.
So I thought at the time, I'm trying
to be subjective or objective. But Matt Smith, I didn't know he could seduce like that. But dang. Okay. Yeah. Anyways,
that's who I was looking at.
They don't really get that far. They make out, but then he tries to take control of the situation. But she is very turned on, and she tries to take control.
This is her awakening.
He is not happy. He is like, no. He's like, that's not what I wanted.
I think behind the scenes, I didn't even catch this from the episode. Apparently, he becomes impotent.
Yeah.
So when she reaches out to him, I did not get that, by the way, when watching it. The director was talking about why she decided to do that. And it was because he feels a little bit of guilt, and that makes him impotent, and he couldn't get, hard because he feels guilty.
Yes. I don't know if he felt guilty, but see, I took it as he likes to be in control, because every time we've seen him having sex with other women, he's usually the one in control. Let's just put it that way.
Is he though? I don't know.
Yeah, because the first time we see him, he's doing that girl. Okay,
Yes, I remember.
I don't know what we can talk about on this show that won't get us. Anyways, but so he leaves her in a lurch. And of course, by this point, she's exposed her face and everything like that, because he let her take off her little hat, and he's taken off his hat. So if there are spies, they of course would have seen her. And there are spies, because the White Worm we know is Masseria, which is his ex-lover now, I guess at this point, it seems like to me.
And she's somewhere in King's Landing?
She's back at King's Landing. She's no longer at Dragonstone, where he had her before, and he had said he was going to marry her for a time. That went by really fast. So, of course, they get to Otto Hightower and tell Otto Hightower what they've seen. The little boy, because she's like the, master of whispers, kind of like
Varys.
Varys, by Lord Varys. So she's obviously still feeling it. She goes back to her room, and she decides to take advantage of the only hot guy that she sees, and that is her knight, Sir Criston Coleman.
Dude, it's
like a Lancelot. This is like a Lancelot thing.
This was so weird, because it was like, what are you doing?
I just looked at my face.
Okay, so that's not funny.
It is funny. Okay, anyway, sorry.
What I was gonna say is this is so weird, because it's like she is cashing in the slap bank with her uncle that she built up earlier. With this hot dude that they've had a chemistry, but and she just uses him. And he's all about her, because you could see that he really cares for her. And man, yeah. So they like, this is her sexual awakening.
It is.
And that's House of the Dragon, man. That was what happened in this episode.
Well, but then
which is so weird compared to the other episodes we've talked about today.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, not a lot happened in this episode,
No.
but for some reason it was just the way it was directed, the way it was
It was
written.
beautifully directed, yes. You could tell.
It was
I
will say it was
classy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it was great. And of course, I mean, big things did happen, right? Obviously, when
it's sexual harassment, that's his boss.
Yes.
Dude, he can't say anything.
He can't, because he does, because they take a vow, don't they, of chastity when you're
you're not supposed to.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have.
She knows that.
Yeah.
And when she takes his armor off, and that armor took at least about an hour to get off
it
of the
was
dude.
Fun watching her take it away. I was
clank.
like, God, that's forever. But some things did happen in the towards the end of the show. So obviously we know that Otto Hightower found out. He goes and tells the king. The king believes these are just outlandish lies. He can't believe he'd ever say these things to him.
Oh,
but of course,
are you serious? The show's going super fast. This is our last Sunday with the two young
Yes, that's
guys.
why I say you don't know what happens in episode 5. That's when the time jump happens that apparently no one knows about, but it's been advertised like crazy.
Shut up. Everybody shut up. I really like Emily Cockblock. What's her name?
Millie Alcock is great, yeah.
Whoops.
But I have seen some interviews. I have seen some interviews with Emily D'Arcy is the actress who replaces her, and Amelia, I think D'Arcy, sorry. She replaces her.
She's phenomenal. Like I don't know who really that is, but the
young girl.
Millie is phenomenal.
She's great.
I want to see her back in more. Because at first, when you first watch the show, you're like, oh, it's a poor man's Daenerys. I don't know about anybody else, but me, I was like, oh, it's a poor man's Daenerys. But then I'm like, oh, damn it. I really like this character as of episode 2. Like, I'm rooting for her. All right. So as far as this episode, anything else you wanted to bring up?
Yeah. Well, we can't forget that Damon offers to marry her after
what's her name? I'm so sorry.
After King Viserys confronts him and drags him in after he's drunk. So he offers to marry her and he's like, no, you go home to your wife, get out of my sight. And then of course he also confronts Rhaenyra and says, you are going to marry Lord Corlys's, her cousin. So it's still whatever. Targaryen incest, but not as bad as an uncle, I guess.
He's got a dragon. Oh,
but we all forget that technically Daenerys and Jon were also uncle, aunt, and nephew.
No. We did not.
And let's not forget that Cersei and Jaime were twins. So it's all.
Nobody forgot that. That was a big part of Game of Thrones.
So she agrees to marry Lord Corlys's son, Laenor, as long as he gets rid of Otto Hightower. And guess what he does? He removes him as the hand. Man, and I really love Rhys Ifans. I hope he'll be back. He'll be back, I'm sure. His daughter's still in it.
He's like almost like your Littlefinger. Right?
Yeah, he has to be. Like, he's not as sinister as Littlefinger for sure. But I'm sure he's not done yet. But
you are my political headache.
Oh, that was great.
I saw this episode twice too because I've
seen this a few times. Yeah.
Twice for me. It was really good. It was
I watched it at night with my husband. I watched it during the day. I watched it some other times. It's just
excellent. So what
are your thoughts on the episode?
Loved it. I'm serious.
Okay, I know.
This is like one of my favorite shows on television right now.
Yes.
I don't know, honestly, I was thinking about the 2022 shows that I've seen and I really enjoyed The Offer and Severance was excellent.
Severance is great. Yes.
Peacemaker is definitely up there. But this show, my gosh, it's just blown me out of the water. Like it's so good. It's so well written. Yes, you can say the people are stupid, right? Like the king is kind of dumb. But that's part of Game of Thrones, right? Like the
good people never last, and that's what happens.
Yeah, and it's not that they're stupid, it's just that they're let their guard down. And you never know where that's gonna go. It was intense. You don't know where Daemon is going. I seriously, as soon as he stepped into the throne room, I'm like, oh my gosh, is he gonna kill his brother? What's gonna happen?
His saunter as he walks in, and that's just like, again, Matt Smith is absolutely killing it.
1883 was another excellent show, man.
Oh yes, 1883 is wonderful.
I still think I like The Offer a little bit more, but
that girl's gonna be in that Wonder Twins movie.
That's not gonna happen. Yep. Better than a lot of people expected after.
Yes,
right.
I think a lot of people were worried about it, but all my fears have been assuaged.
This show, I mean, seriously, this show has some excellent writing. The dialogue is phenomenal.
Excellent directing.
The acting is great. The directing so far, the directors they've had
have been disappointed.
Solid.
They're doing a really good job of piecing these stories together. And again, it's just historical, right? They're not taking actual dialogue. I mean, like they're not taking actual dialogue from like a fictional, like it's a historical book about the Targaryens, right? So they're having to create all of this. They just understand. I know George R. R. Martin is a very heavy part, and I think he's playing a part in the role, which is why he's not written his latest book yet.
Okay, but that's not happening.
Yeah.
Episode 6 and 7 are directed by Miguel
Sapovic. I'm so mad he's not returning either as showrunner.
Who directed the legendary episodes like Hard On. Oh yeah, dude. You know who I liked was Neil Marshall, but then Neil Marshall went on to direct Hellboy. But we don't talk about that. But Neil Marshall is a phenomenal director. He was known for taking small budgets and making the movies and the projects seem a lot bigger, which is why he did what was the first the battle of the second season, the Battle of the Waters.
Blackwater Bay.
Blackwater.
Yeah.
Battle of the Blackwater. That was him. I mean, and then he did the third season, the Wall, the Battle of the Wall.
Exactly.
Yeah. Neil Marshall. He's a phenomenal director. Unfortunately, yeah, he also did Hellboy. And I don't think he's been forgiven for that.
Are we talking about the Hellboy we reviewed? Oh God.
Yeah, because I think he was messing around with what's her face though. That was the issue.
Oh God.
He was taking off with Mila
Jovovich.
Yes.
Yeah. No, but this show, out of all the ones we've seen, like I said, Rings of Power is very Lord of the Rings. She-Hulk is comedy. This is just still another level.
It's great.
I mean,
9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I would give it the same thing. 9.5.
Yeah, little. I wish they would tweak up the CGI, just a little bit. But I really do think, like, dude, and the tea is absolutely. Yes. I mean, that was absolutely.
She has to drink it.
In case she got pregnant.
So I don't think her and Damon actually ever had intercourse.
No, but her dad
they didn't know that. Yeah,
her dad doesn't care.
But again,
just in case she did though. That was the thing. 8 out of 10. Yeah, what would you all give?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Alan Taylor directed some great Game of Thrones episodes. And Thor.
We all had winners.
Right. 9 millies out of 10. Oh man, I know.
9 out of 10. Yeah, she did not pay for that.
No, she did not. 8.9. Dude, she ran away for that little food.
I know.
The tea at the end was wild. That glass looked majestic. Yeah, and it's Game of Thrones, so you know what they're bringing. Like, as soon as you see it, you're like, oh my gosh.
Good on you, Maester, whatever.
No! It's the morning after drink? No. Oh, that was messed up. Like, I'm like, man, her dad. What?
Gotta do what he gotta do.
I mean, but your dad telling you to drink it like it's not a choice.
Yeah.
9 out of 10. King Viserys. He don't ride dragons, but he eat that balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, back to D23 out of 10.
Yes. Well, Loheed had asked what the offer is about. So just Loheed, if you're curious, the offer is a fantastic show.
Phenomenal.
Miles Teller stars as the legendary producer of The Godfather, the original Godfather.
It's the making of The Godfather.
It's basically the making of The Godfather, and everything that went on is insane. And every actor in there knocks off the charts. Like, there's some great actors.
In there from
Keely,
Ted Lasso.
The actor who plays the only human in the Fantastic Beasts, he plays Jacob Nowosky in the Fantastic Beasts, but he plays
Francis
Ford Coppola in The Offer, and he's fantastic as Francis Ford Coppola.
He's a good actor.
Oh yeah, and Giovanni Ribisi as the mobster that they kind of fall into cahoots with.
That kid has come a long way.
Great. Oh my gosh. Think about what he did back in the 90s.
1 out of 10 for all of these. Hannah. 1 out of 10 for House of the Dragons.
She-Hulk. Both
Hannah, you break my heart, Hannah. I love Miles Teller. Really. We'll watch for sure. Which service?
Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If you want to watch that, get a free trial.
Miles Teller grew on me because of this movie or this show.
And then Top Gun Maverick sealed the deal for me.
Okay, well, he didn't seal the deal for me, but
did for me.
Definitely because of the show. All right, D23 talk. Let's talk about D23 for a minute.
All right.
So we've had, first of all, Not much.
Not much came out of it.
Because I really was expecting like the entire cast of the Fantastic Four to walk out.
Hey, Anna.
Really, Anna? That's how
we love you anyway.
That's how you're gonna do me.
It's fine.
So Julio's saying Whiplash made him a
oh yes, fan. I know. Yep, he's good in Whiplash.
So yeah, D23. Not a lot came out of it. I think
we have to manage our expectations from now on. I'm beginning to think that's a thing.
But honestly, we were just based on previous years. We were expecting something huge because they had already announced the big movies for
and a phase 6, like everything.
Yeah, so let's fill in the blanks.
Yeah,
we thought we were going to fill in the blanks.
Yes, we get some actual like announcement of things that be released. Or I know the big thing everyone was thinking is they've announced the Fantastic Four title. We're going to get a cast, right? We did not get a cast. We got a director who is Matt Shackman, who directed the WandaVision, right? That's fine. But I think a lot of people are expecting more out of D23, especially because it is the Disney event.
When at San Diego Comic-Con, you're leaving placeholders.
Yes, blank
then
spaces.
You expect the placeholders to be filled by D23. But wow. And then they came out like, okay, so first of all, they don't stream this, which is to me just come on. There's a Disney Plus show.
Fan exclusive event.
Yeah, but not every fan can travel to where's this? Florida, I assume.
Yes.
Disney, not every fan can go there and afford to do it, and you have a streaming service.
True.
Stream it instead of letting me see a bunch of tweets to catch up.
This is what he was doing. He's like, I'm walking around Midtown Comics, and he's like, he's copying tweets and just sending me links.
I sent you the trailer. So first of all, the trailer to Werewolf by Night, which comes out this October,
so cool.
I am so looking forward to that.
Yes.
That might be my favorite thing to come out of the D23.
I think it was mine too. The cast itself
looks so different. Looks so different.
Yes, it looks very different than anything we've seen.
Unique.
Do you know who Laura Donnelly's playing? Because someone said, is she Elsa Bloodstone?
I don't think she's Elsa Bloodstone.
Because I don't know. Anyone in the chat, if you have a feeling of what you think that female character is going to be in the show, I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts. Because
I'm curious if they're going to bring out, what's his name? Moon Knight into this show.
Oh God, it would be so awesome.
It was such a weird, like one of the Moon Knights, right?
Exactly.
I don't know if it's Elsa. I don't think it is, but definitely Man-Thing, definitely iZombie, definitely, of course, what's his name? Jack Russell, Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Same director, so does that aerospace engineer in the WandaVision shows, Reed Richards.
That's it.
How did you not come up with that?
No, I didn't think about it. I was trying to look up Jennifer Kale.
That's good.
Because that's what Low Heat said is what Laura Donnelly's character is going to be.
She's billed as Elsa on Wiki. Yeah, but to be fair, anybody can edit Wikipedia.
Yes.
We can go edit Wikipedia.
What is she labeled as in IMDb?
Yeah, IMDb is kind of secret right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. They don't have a lot of stuff. But yeah.
So if she was Jennifer Kell, then she's a Man-Thing.
Okay. That'd be kind of cool. She
just
looks like.
Regardless, I'm excited about this. This looks like a really interesting, unique.
From the black
How
and
in the
white,
world do we
like,
not get Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, I'm
like
assuming
even
James
teaser.
Gunn isn't ready
For the Christmas special?
Oh, that's true. I don't know.
The Christmas special is coming out this.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I don't know what they're.
She's billed as Elsa. Oh my, Elsa Miller. Curious how the crowd control for D23 was like this year. I went in 2019, slept in the basement, and almost got trampled getting in line. Wow, Sarah.
That's crazy.
First of all, that's hardcore.
That is hardcore.
I don't know. I know that they kept pulling trailers, like people pulling people's video.
Yeah, because I know they showed extended footage of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
But people explained that it was again Kang the Conqueror.
And
what did he say? Are you an Avenger?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Haven't I killed you before? What an awesome line!
That is a great line.
I love that character.
And I think the idea is he has Cassie hostage.
All right. If it's Elsa on IMDb, then that is Elsa Bloodstone.
Okay.
Then.
Yeah, then she's Elsa Bloodstone.
Oh, what an interesting way to make an appearance. Who's the actress?
Laura Donnelly is her name.
She a redhead?
No, she's a dark hair.
We're getting rid of all the redheads. What's going on there?
Laura Donnelly. This is her.
The girl from the 90s?
No, she looks. She's British. She's born in 82, so definitely not in the 90s.
Brits are taking our jobs.
I always think she looks like the girl who plays Jessica Jones a little bit. Doesn't she kind of give off the same vibe?
Oh, the girl from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, sure. The girl who's Jessica Jones.
Yes, it is a mix of like Hammer movies and horror movies. I'm excited for it. Yeah, she kind of looks. She kind of, honestly, the picture that I saw of her looked like somebody else. Oh, Anne Hathaway a little bit.
Oh, you thought, yes, right. You thought it was Anne Hathaway at first, what you said. Yeah, so she's so.
Well, and also we're supposed to get a Christmas special too.
I've been watching I Am Groot shorts. I've seen those.
Why did they not release Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man trailers to the internet by now? I'm honestly surprised.
It is Elsa Bloodstone.
Elsa Bloodstone. What?
Yep.
Man, I really thought they would keep that a secret. Not that she's a huge deal.
Kristen Ritter, thank you. That's her name, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Not that that is a huge deal to anybody that doesn't read comics, but it's kind of a big deal to us that read comics. Do you remember her? You read one thing with her, and you really liked it.
What's it called? The Next Wave.
That's right. You remember. You have a good memory.
I do.
I'm guessing the deals haven't been signed.
And that might be why.
A lot of it, yeah.
Yeah.
No one hates on Hathaways.
No.
Is there more than one Anne? The older woman played BB on Frasier, one of my favorite shows. Wait. Which older woman?
In Werewolf by Night, I'm assuming is what he's talking about?
Yeah.
I was going to pull up all the...
Yeah. So the trailer seems ridiculous. Verussa,
Harriet Sanson. Oh, she does. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. So Gael Garcia Bernal is the Jack Russell. He is the werewolf.
And he's a great actor, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So excited for Elsa Bloodstone.
We also got a trailer for Secret Invasion that actually did drop that we could all watch. So I like the tone they're taking with Secret Invasion. It looks more like a espionage
Samuel Jackson movie is what it looks like.
Yes, let's not make it an Uber comedy. You know, I'm excited to see Olivia Colman in this and whatever she gets to do in it.
Olivia Colman,
the actress, she plays a lot. She's in it. The older lady. I don't know what she plays.
Oh, yeah. Doctor Who. She was in that show with David Tennant.
Yeah.
She's in every British show.
She plays the queen in one of the seasons of The Crown.
And what's her name? The Queen.
Amelia Clarkson.
Yeah.
So we got to see her role too.
Do we know her role yet?
Not yet.
I have to be that thing.
Yeah. Maybe they put it out already. But yeah, so we got to see that trailer. I really like the trailer.
Scrolls on a plane.
Especially that one scene where Ben Mendelsohn's in his own Ben Mendelsohn look, and all that guy, all the scrolls become that guy around him.
I'm interested to see where this is going to go. There it is.
Yes.
So is it a TV show or so it is a miniseries?
Yeah. Okay. I doubt
Olivia Colman. I wanted her to be the Doctor. She was the villain in Doctor Who.
She's called Special Agent Sonia Fallsworth, but I don't know.
Oh, she's not Brand? I'm surprised. Okay, so I assume who is that?
Colby Smulders?
No, that.
Oh, I don't know who she is. But it looks like that Kingsley Ben Adir, the guy that we saw in the episode or in that part I was talking about where Ben Mendelsohn's sitting across from him and everyone turns into him. Mm-hmm. He's playing a rebel Skrull leader Gravik.
Okay, so it looks like we're gonna get some evil Skrulls. So
we're gonna have good and bad Skrulls.
What year it takes.
And even
place.
Martin Freeman. I wasn't even expecting to see Martin Freeman in the trailer. I was like, wait, Everett Ross is gonna be in this? When did that happen?
I wonder.
He's also in Black Panther. Wakanda Forever as well.
When is this taking place? What years? What I
don't know. But and also Rhodey, like his secret agent service around him and stuff.
I saw that.
I'm very curious because then we also got not much on Armor Wars. I was expecting a release date for Armor Wars, but all we got was
no trailer, nothing.
Image, which I thought we already had before, but that's fine.
But apparently, according to Don Cheadle, Armor Wars is where you're gonna get to find out more about who.
The leader? No.
Rhodey. Next time, baby.
Next time.
Yeah. So, dude, how about that? The leader being cast as the villain in Captain America.
America New World Order.
And it's the leader from freaking Hulk.
Exactly. Which is Tim Blake Nelson. Love that actor. Great actor.
So everybody has come back from that Hulk movie, with the exception of Ed Norton and Liv Tyler, right?
Can they just get Liv Tyler back? Because I'd be okay with that. Ed Norton can't come back.
But Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly was in Eric Bana.
Yeah.
Liv Tyler was Edward Norton's Betty.
So who is Betty in the MCU? Have we seen Betty?
We haven't seen Betty. So it could
let's bring Liv Tyler back.
I think Liv Tyler could have good chemistry with Mark Ruffalo, and I love Liv Tyler. It would just be awesome if she was in that. So it'd be really badass. So yeah, bring him back. Ed Norton can't come back. It's fine, but that's okay.
Ed Norton does not want to come back.
No, we didn't. So
we also didn't get an update
on Ralph Boner. No, we did not.
Wait, James Gunn's editing his wedding.
Oh, is he? That's why he's not showing up.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder how much of the scroll plot will play overall MCU.
I am interested to see how. Yeah, because is it gonna? We looked at the overarching stories that we've seen, which obviously is gonna be multiverse scenarios. Kang the Conqueror. We're not talking about scrolls. We're talking about something bigger, right? So
yeah,
I think it's going to be interesting to see what that's going to happen with that.
This right here, we never found out who the power broker was in Falcon Winter Soldier. Also, the person behind everything in Ant-Man and Wasp.
I thought the power broker was what's her name? Peggy. Sharon. I thought Sharon was the power broker.
I don't think so. I think it was a.
Or was that a misdirect?
I think it was a misdirect. I think it's going to be, everything is going to be tied into Doctor Doom.
Sharon Carter.
So it was supposed to be her? I thought that was just
a misdirect. They revealed her as the power broker.
I think, man. Axel, that's how much we did not like that show. We weren't paying attention. Thunderbolts lineup was a bit of a letdown to me. So many of them have same power. So
yeah, I agree.
So who do we have? Remember, we built our own Thunderbolts,
which is not anything. So Bucky was not expecting.
Ours was better than what they. Why would they add Bucky?
Bucky's not a So Bucky
to keep an eye on these people.
I guess so. I was expecting Zemo, so I was let down that Baron Zemo was. Not there.
He's gonna be there. That's the hidden one.
I guess so.
And they need a big guy, so he'll be Abomination.
So yeah, they didn't show Abomination, but we got of course.
I'm let down in Taskmaster.
Taskmaster
that it's been confirmed
from Ant-Man the Wasp.
But is it the same actors?
I
heard it wasn't the same actors.
Oh, is it not? Interesting.
Yeah, but I did hear confirmation that it's the same actress playing Taskmaster, which was such a letdown because I wanted Taskmaster. That role of Taskmaster to be done with because they completely destroyed the character.
Yeah.
And I'm like, give me the Taskmaster from the comics. And nope, they're going back with that particular Taskmaster from Black Widow, whatever. Yelena, I'm always happy to see her.
I'm always happy to see some Florence.
Always happy to see
my girl. She is she rises above all drama.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, exactly. Red Guardian's in it. Was not expecting Red Guardian to be in the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, weird. It's like the cast of Black Widow without Black Widow, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's very strange cast. And of course, U.S. Agent is in it as well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get Wyatt Russell back.
Kind of a letdown, but I mean, still pretty cool, right? They've been. Wait, we went through Captain America: Winter Soldier. We went through Black Widow, and I assume Baron Zemo is going to be here.
He has to make an appearance. He was a standout of Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Because of that dancing thing.
Whatever, he was still a standout. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then of course, what's her name is still in it? Julie Louis-Dreyfus, right? Her character.
Contessa?
Yeah, Contessa's still there. She was in the lineup as well. So
no, I want her and Contessa to have a
romance.
That'd be kind of hot. We will get a better Taskmaster. Her name is Echo.
I am excited to see Echo.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that. Will they keep the characterization of the Red Guardian as genuine socialist who thinks modern Russia is corrupt? Pretty nuanced for a major franchise.
Very new. I'm wondering, all I think is he's going to ask Bucky if Cap's ever talked about him. Is what I'm guessing is going to happen.
The cast is interesting. I will say that. I think we're still going to have some surprises. I don't know if this is going to be like Suicide Squad, or if they're going to take this role serious, like this is your new Avengers, like your lineup of the new Avengers.
Yeah, because we don't really have an Avengers crew at this moment, right? Everyone's kind
of 3 Cap
knockoffs
in Thunderbolts lineup. Dude, seriously. Yeah, you've got Bucky, Red Guardian, and you've got
US Agent.
US Agent. That's
pretty it. Yeah.
Picture
everyone
Red
with
Guardian
that serum.
Captain America series stories to Bucky.
God, that'd be hilarious.
So they're doing the Suicide. I don't know. So I'll be honest. I mean, I think we still have some surprises left. I still think we're going to have some unique characters added to this cast. I still think we're going to have a surprising character like Baron Zemo because there is a twist of the Thunderbolts. I don't know if they'll do it or not, though.
And I'm assuming, I know just because Thunderbolt Ross is, they're going to have to eventually kill that character off screen. Am I correct?
I mean, well... Thunderbolt Ross really had nothing to do with the original Thunderbolts. Later on, during the Red Thunderbolt era, because he was the Red Hulk. I don't know how they'll handle that.
I'm sure they'll. I mean,
if there ever is a Hulk project, I'm sure they'll handle it there.
Yeah, which there is a War.
Which sucks because he was a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, Which there's a World War Hulk, so they might address it there. Remember the World War Hulk?
No, that's not a thing.
TV movie that's coming out.
Not a thing. It wasn't confirmed.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
It wasn't?
No, Amanda.
Did I miss that? I thought we confirmed it.
No, you didn't miss it. You're just dreaming things. No, there was no confirmation. I would be like freaking out.
Wait, what was it that they did confirm?
Not World War Hulk.
Hulk Marvel movie.
Are you thinking about She-Hulk?
No.
Uh-oh.
I thought they did never mind. It's fine.
We always come prepared for these shows. Maybe Taskmaster is going to be a gotcha reveal in the comics, huh?
So it won't be the
not fighting. We just disagreed on something.
We just disagreed on something.
It might have been that I feel like I'm old and she could have confirmed it and I didn't see that. I don't think it'll be like the Suicide Squad because those were villains. These Thunderbolts are mostly anti-heroes. And how cool would it be to have the Punisher in there?
It would be very cool.
That would be awesome. The Italian.
Are they going to bring back John Bertha now?
I really hope so. Who is they?
They did confirm.
No, where are you all talking about? No, they did not.
No,
Amanda, we have the lineup for like phase 5 and 6.
You're
and there
right.
is no. I would have been tripping because then I would have been like, okay, She-Hulk, something has to happen here to lead us to World War Hulk. Josh, you're tripping too, unless you can give me confirmation. I heard it on We Got This Covered. You're just saying that because Amanda would have won. Absolutely. Amanda always wins his arguments. Was the Typhoid Mary a Thunderbolt? Was she? Typhoid Mary. We had Moonstone, and we had what's her name? Screaming Mimi. No, I don't think Typhoid Mary was. Oh no. You're talking about Kingpins. Yep. Heard it on YouTube. You are dead to me. Bullseye in Daredevil season 3 would be great for Thunderbolts. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. I don't know about confirming, but I heard rumors because She-Hulk scene.
Yeah, that's what it was. Spaceship. Yeah.
Maybe that's what we were thinking. I don't know.
I thought, yeah. So anyways, beyond that, the other major news, they brought out the cast of the Marvels and they talked more about what the premise will be. And basically they're going to be switching places, which should be interesting. And
no, I'm surprised. I'm surprised lack of trailers, honestly, for those
movies. Apparently they showed that extended scene of
Ant-Man.
No, well, Ant-Man the Wasp, Quantumania, but also the Black Panther where what's her name? Angela Bassett's character is in front of like the UN or whatever. Oh. And they showed the whole scene. Apparently they showed that at the trailer, but nothing significant. Daredevil came out and Charlie Cox talked about how it's not a season 4, it's a season 1. It's a new thing. Daredevil Born Again is a new thing. With Vincent D'Onofrio. And what else did they talk that was big? I think that might be it for that. They also talked a little bit about Echo when they both came out there as well. But other than that.
So Echo comes out the end of this year? Or
I think
beginning
so.
Of next year?
I have to consult our timeline.
And then
but
definitely
it comes out before Daredevil.
Daredevil's next year.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, kind of
a letdown. We were expecting a little bit more. And I think that just comes with managing expectations. I think that
also what they've come like led us to expect,
because they let off at San Diego with a bang,
is huge for
right?
Star Wars
and for Marvel, and so for not giving a lot. Now someone has said maybe they'll announce something at New York Comic Con this year too.
Really? I'm gonna be there.
So maybe.
Is there an MCU panel at New York Comic? I saw the comic panels, but I didn't know there was a MCU panel.
I don't know.
I think really right now they're done with announcing things.
They should be for a while. They need
Fantastic Four is 2024, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's going to come fast. It's going to come quickly. And I would like to see at some point an Ant-Man and the Wasp actual trailer.
Oh, absolutely. Because we got what?
That's the next one, I think, after.
We got Wakanda Forever comes out in November or December?
November.
Yeah. We got Black Adam that comes out next month.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have, Black Adam's not Disney, Marvel. But again, yes.
Yes, Songbird. I'm sorry. I said Screaming Mimi, and I forgot to call her by her Thunderbolt name. Don't be reading. We got this
covered. I don't read. We got this covered.
She doesn't. She does not like it. No MCU. Mostly comic and TV stuff. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tower of Fate, baby. What's the Tower of Fate? I don't know. Okay. We'll whisper like we don't know. All right. What are the Sony delays?
Yeah. So in other movie news, because we got like 20 minutes left. So Sony has delayed 3 of their Marvel movies. So they have delayed Kraven the Hunter, where he loves animals.
I'm okay with an indefinite delay.
It is moved from January 2023 to October 6th, 2023. Madam Web has been moved from October 2023 to February of 2024.
Spider-Verse still coming out on time?
They have not mentioned any changes to that title, but there's a currently untitled Sony Marvel movie that was dated for June 2024 that's now debuting on July of 2024. I don't know what that is. They're not doing Silk, right?
No, they're
or Black not. Cat or anything like that. We don't. Was there another one I missed? Is Morbius 2 coming out? They think they got enough popularity to come out?
Morbius 2? I don't think so. I know that Rogue Squadron is officially off the calendar. Which is what they announced.
That's right, it is.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron is gone. So no talk about when that's coming back. That's neither Marvel or Sony, but
it's still
that sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm okay. I mean, and no talk of Spider-Man, huh?
Yeah, no talk of Tom Holland reprising the role. No confirmation that he'll be in anything else. And he's just, kicking back. And he's been filming other things and spending time with his girlfriend.
Like Uncharted.
Nope.
Who's his girlfriend? Who's the
Zendaya.
Who's that?
MJ.
Mary Jane?
Michelle.
Morbius 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I actually
Are you
watched
looking
that.
forward to the upcoming Red Sonja movie starring Matilda? I have not heard anything.
I've not heard anything
about
it.
Is that a sure thing? But I'll watch it.
If it's a sure thing, I would love it because I love Red Sonja.
Morbius was number 1 on... No, it was not. Please don't make that happen. Man, what have you been following?
Oh, God. I sent Omar...
the Florence Pugh.
The Olivia Wilde movie. I sent Omar a link to all the drama of the Don't Worry, Darling.
What a publicity stunt.
Yeah. And the movie's not getting great reviews by the critics, but...
Oh, really?
No, it's just your average, like, dystopian, mind-bending, Matrix thriller type of thing with very feminist overtones, but not really original. No, like, you're not living in a real reality that you think you're living in type of situation.
Okay.
Yeah. And just take the red pill and you'll see what life is really like. Yeah. So... yeah, I don't know. It's I want to see the movie because it has a great cast.
I want to see Barbarian.
Minus Harry Styles, but
we're supposed to see it this weekend.
Barbarian looks great.
I heard that was great. I don't even know what it's about, but I heard it was awesome.
Yeah.
I heard about Indiana Jones. Oh my gosh, I saw a picture of Short Round and Indy.
Yes.
And oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, because they announced that he's going to be in Loki season 2.
Yeah, which was a big
big surprise.
Because that guy has not been in. I remember watching. Oh my god, I forget the name of the movie. Somewhere, somehow.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Thank you. That's why I have you on the show. Yes, and immediately as soon as that character spoke, I'm like, oh my god, Short Round. Oh my god, Data. And it was him. And it was really nice to see him back in the movie. Sounds the same. So there was a picture of him and Harrison Ford.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, that made me tear up. I'm like, oh my god, it's my childhood. And to have him back in something, I'm glad he's acting again. And he's in Loki season 2, which is going to be interesting because Loki season 2 is filming. I think that's going to lead into things like Avengers. Thank you so much,
Thank
brother,
you
for the super chat. Go ahead, Amanda.
Constantine sequel, Keanu Reeves, an original director announced. Any thoughts? Yes, I have that on our list.
You mean Constantine?
Constantine.
We're America. We call him Constantine.
Yes. So apparently a report has revealed that they are going to make a sequel. Surprise. I thought Warner Brothers was just like kind of taking a break and resetting with DC stuff, but I guess Constantine isn't really. Anyways. So Francis Lawrence is returning as the director. Keanu Reeves is set to star and return. Everyone did I like that movie. I don't know why.
Nope.
I like Tilda Swinton as Gabriel. I don't know. Whatever.
Nope.
I enjoyed it.
Nope.
Bye.
0. And I like Keanu Reeves. I just did not like that movie.
It just was. I wasn't expecting this of all the things.
I want to see a movie about the making of Don't Worry, Darling. That's
Me
what
too.
I want to see.
That's what I want to see.
You
or the drama behind it.
You cast Florence Pugh
as herself.
Florence Pugh.
Yes.
And you cast Megan Thee Stallion as Olivia Wilde.
No.
And
It'll
the guy from Nickelback is Harry Styles.
It'll be a Lifetime original movie, I'm sure, at some point. Yes, that's what I heard,
makes movies for lifetimes. Saw Barbarian last time. Believe me, the less you know.
Yes.
Okay, I want to go see this. Omar's canceled. What did I say? Make a Berserker movie.
Oh yeah,
I've yet to read that.
I have yet to read it either.
Berserker. If Constantine sequel is really happening, they should adapt the recent Sandman Universe Hellblazer maxi series. Old JC versus young John Constantine. Huh.
Nice.
I've not kept... Dude, I'll be honest with you. I haven't enjoyed the character of John Constantine in DC Comics since the ending of Hellblazer.
Yeah.
And when they brought him over to the DC universe, I think the closest we ever got was maybe some Jeff Lemire stuff. Yep. So,
I'll be right back.
Okay, man is getting more beer. So, it's the Omar Show now. How's everybody doing? All right. So, today on Near Mint Condition, we've got... Oh, y'all got questions for me? What do you got? Clerk. Dude, I want to see Clerks 3, honestly. I want to see Clerks 3. I'm a big fan of Clerk. 1 and 2. So, yeah. And I want to see Clerks 3. And let's see here. Max is here. Morbin time. I can't believe... Is Morbius really number 1? Is Morbius really the number 1 movie? That's crazy. On Netflix. When is the New Republic? Volume 6 comes out at the end of the month of New Republic. Now that Amanda's gone, give us some Salma Hayek gifts. Oh, Amanda likes Salma Hayek. It's not about... Okay, here we go. There you go. Look, you're...
All right, sorry about that, guys.
Nope, she had to... Thank you, Amanda.
All right, you talking about Clerks 3?
Salma Hayek. Yeah, I'm actually excited to see Clerks 3.
So I heard really good things about Clerks 3. I heard that it was not what you would expect it to be.
Well, I know he wrote it because he had a heart attack.
He actually, I think it's
and it plays a big part of the movie. Right? And honestly, I like Clerks 2. I didn't have an issue with Clerks 2. Kevin Smith is definitely he was a big part. He was a Gen X guy, right? Mm-hmm. He was a big part of Gen X movies. A guy that was a comic book fan, sold his comic book collection to make his first movie and succeeded with Clerks. And then, of course, Mallrats, and then Chasing Amy. And Dogma. I love Dogma. Mallrats is my favorite.
Yeah.
And Chasing Amy is beautiful. If you've not seen it, definitely recommend it. Dogma is great. Clerks 2 was good. I actually like Clerks 2. Jay and Silent Bob, not so much. And then, of course, he went on to do Tusk and things like that. But anytime you go to he returns back to that View Askew universe, I don't know. Something reminds me of how young I was.
Exactly.
How do you feel about Paper Girls not getting renewed? To be honest, I wasn't surprised 100% with you. We both talked about how there's no way they're going to renew this. It's just, it didn't get any kind of ads.
It never got promoted. The production quality of it was not up to what I would have expected. It seems like, I don't know if it fell prey to pandemic filming, but...
Oh, man, it was just...
I mean, the cast... had some great actresses in it playing the parts of the girls, but at the end of the day, I don't think it hit what it needed to hit. I think they were trying to go for a Stranger Things feel, but they couldn't make it work.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks, right? Like anybody that's going to go and watch that, it's like, oh, that doesn't read the comics, immediately thinks, oh, this is like Stranger Things.
Because they're in the 80s, they start out, but yeah.
And the budget was just so bad. So bad.
Exactly.
And it's sad because I did want that show to succeed because there was potential there. I liked the chemistry between the girls, and it just wasn't there. What is your favorite GIF of where is your GIF?
I
did not delete it. I would not have.
There is a GIF I have that I do love.
He was thinking.
Yes.
What is some of the best Batman comics I should read? I have the main book, so that's left on. Oh, Batman Year 2. No joke. I love Batman Year Paper Girls, Why the Last Man, great books, bad TV shows.
Yeah, I think that's what.
I don't think he has any luck, really. Clerks 3, they were filming that down the street from me around this time.
That's really cool,
last year.
and man, that's awesome.
Okay, is this real? Are you guys messing with me about this new karate? Is it, what's his name?
It's not Jaden, I'm sure.
It's not Jaden.
No.
Please quit making Karate Kid.
Sony announcing all kinds of stuff, man.
Sony announces a new. Sony owns Karate Kid. Oh Lord. There doesn't need to be a Karate Kid movie. We have Cobra Kai. By the way, Cobra Kai season 5.
They just announced it, but it didn't have anyone attached. No cast, no crew.
Ain't gonna get nobody. All right, no joke. No joke.
What would you? Because you have Cobra Kai doing so well, why would you want to pull it out? Like, you don't need another. We have, Miguel, next Karate Kid, or Johnny's son. I mean, we already got Robbie. We got Cobra Kai. We got Karate Kid. We don't need a movie, guys. Sony, if you're listening.
Unless it's Florence Pugh.
No, it's not going to be her.
I'd be watching that.
She was good as the rest of them in all.
Oh, she was good. Yeah. You made me watch that movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, it was really good.
All right. So sure, whatever.
Oh yeah. But other things that are apparently happening. I didn't think Amazon had any more money to spend, but apparently they had enough money to spend to order a Blade Runner 2049 sequel series on Amazon.
Wow.
So Variety reported that Amazon's formally ordered a Blade Runner sequel series. It's going to be a live action limited series. It was announced in development back in February, and they revealed that the show is in the works in 2021 of November, but it looks like it's been ordered now. Ridley Scott is an executive producer, and Silka Luisa is the showrunner.
Silka Luisa?
Yes.
Is it supposed to be connected with Cobra Kai?
No. Oh, wait.
Not Blade Runner, but
Blade Runner.
Kid. Dude, Jaden Smith's Karate Kid is the freaking Kung Fu Kid. Not even a Karate Kid movie. Is it a sequel to Jaden Smith's Karate Kid? I love that we call it Jaden Smith's Karate Kid.
Is he still acting after that After Earth movie? I feel like he shouldn't act anymore.
No, he was in that show, The Get Down. He was in The Get Down.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Whoa!
It
was only 2 years ago. Okay, it wasn't that long ago.
He's still dealing with the fallout of the slap too, I'm sure. So it's just
the fallout of the slap should be a movie. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go watch Lord of the Rings of Power.
Go do it, Lohi.
Love y'all.
Take care.
Be good, brother. Sony described it as the return to the original Karate. How? That's what Cobra Kai is.
Speaking of which, have you given your review, non-spoiler review of Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai season 5, 9 out of 10. Terry Silver's back, baby. And let me tell you something. You don't have to have watched the original trilogy or the original movies. I don't really count the next Karate Kid or the Kung Fu Kid as part of it.
I would agree with this, actually.
But it really does help. Because if you love Karate Kid, you are going to love what they do in Cobra Kai. If you love Karate Kid 3, and I know there's not a lot of us, but I actually really enjoy it. I love Karate Kid 3. Oh my God, Robin Lively. Zam. You're going to enjoy Cobra Kai season 5. That's all I will say. My review, 9 out of 10. It was
there
great.
We go, guys.
It was great.
I can't wait to watch it.
Good thing that Johnny, Robbie, and Miguel did not go full Sicario. We had fake FBI, aka female body inspector. Dude, right? Like, I was like, where is this going to go? The new Karate Kid movie is Cobra Kai, the movie. Okay, if that's true, then I'll watch it. Yeah, Pat Morita's been gone. My goodness, Pat Morita's, I think he's been gone for over a decade now.
How does that work?
What do you mean?
So, with Netflix producing Cobra Kai, which is the Karate Kid franchise, right?
Mm-hmm. But so you're saying Sony owns it?
Well, I guess Sony had. So Sony was
how did that work with YouTube? Because it was part of YouTube Red.
I don't know. I know Sony doesn't have a streaming service. This makes sense. But if they make a movie, will Netflix want a piece of that pie? AKA, will they want rights to stream it? They will definitely get rights to stream it. And I'm just curious to see how that's going to play out in the coming, if they do it. So
Omar, how can you say that? Julie Pierce is straight by Miyagi. She's totally part of it. All right, fine. The next Karate Kid can come back.
It was
just a really bad movie. And she's got a TV show.
Okay, there we go. She has a TV show.
And it had a good soundtrack with the Cranberries. Still, didn't have Daniel's son. It didn't have the connection there with Miyagi. It did have Miyagi though.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Cobra Kai going for the 6 seasons in a movie.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, man.
All right, separate rights for TV and movies, I guess. But
oh god, I hope
do
not.
A Moff Tarkin.
No, that would be really strange.
No, we don't need that. No.
Yeah, you don't need
Sony's Cobra Kai distributor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, got it. Any other news we need to talk about?
No other news tonight.
Not other news tonight, unless there's breaking news. Okay.
That we might have missed.
Yeah. So that's it. That was our D23 talk. That was our movie talk. We'll be back next Friday.
Week. Yes. Probably doing the reviews of House of Dragon episode 5, which is apparently going to be a game changer. Weddings always are in Game of Thrones universe, right?
There's going to be a wedding?
You saw the trailer? The trailer exists.
Andor.
We're going to get to talk about Andor.
3 episodes of Andor.
She-Hulk episode 6. I'm sure everyone's looking forward to that. And
everybody should.
Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power episode 5. So we got a lot to talk about next week as well. So stay tuned for that this coming Friday. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. Do I have any good announcements?
Do you, Omar?
I will have an announcement about an announcement that's coming on Monday. But yes. Yes. Oh, no weddings. Yes, weddings are never fun. Always fun. Everybody, seriously, stay healthy and safe. Amanda's hot, except for that club.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
it's the worst.
If that's your thing.
It's the worst.
Stay healthy and safe, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Hit that like button. Check out our Patreon. Check out our spread shop. Great ways to support the channel. Take us out, Amanda.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember to follow us on all of our social media channels at NearMintCon. Remember to check us out on Spreadshop for some great near mint condition merchandise. And also check us out on Patreon for $1 a month or more. You can support us in all that we do here on Near Mint Condition for you guys. And just remember, if it's classy and cool, it must be near mint. Good journey, everyone. And we will see you next week.
See you next week. Good journey.
Good journey.